Hi, my name is John Kim. I'm an artist based in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and I primarily work in the medium of light. I also make a lot of sculptures and play music. You know, it's kind of funny, like you grow up in an Asian household, like stereotypically they want you to become like a doctor or a lawyer. Even though they encouraged like creative thought, they never wanted me to really be an artist, I don't think. Like they're still worried about it. I think my parents were okay with the idea of my sister becoming an artist. You know, kind of like maybe antiquated ideas of like gender roles, but they're like, oh, she can just marry someone who makes money and they'll be fine. But yeah, we're cool now. Like they can't fight anymore. I actually started studying architectural engineering. My last year of school, we were asked to do a thesis, which is kind of like you spend your whole year trying to understand and form these ideas about like a specific topic. How can you like generate aesthetic beauty and compositional qualities through accidental processes? And I think that sort of arbitrary, abstract thinking that I like was so enchanted with first year definitely like still sticks with me. I think like that's the year that I really like realized that I want to do art, not necessarily architecture. It was more about creative thought and having creative solutions to things than it was to actually making art. I entered this lamp competition, it's a thing. And yeah, that's when I started building lights. And it sort of also tickled this side of me that's really interested in the technical qualities. I had to learn about electricity and wiring and the color temperatures of lights. And you know, there's still that part of me that was really interested in like physics and engineering. Anything can be a light. All it has to do is emit light. So it could take on any sort of form. So you have this like almost like absolute freedom in terms of aesthetic qualities and like compositional decisions. Like you can make anything you want. But it also has to be functional and it has to make like a comfortable space. My dad was actually really quite crafty also. He's one of those people that would never hire a plumber or a carpenter or anything. He'll just like figure it out himself. So I spent a lot of time like growing up, he would like have me help him with projects and I would just observe the way that he thinks. He's a really smart guy, so I kind of just learned how to think and have clever solutions to problems, which is a really big part of how I approach my work now. And my sister, she's really talented. She went to art school for high school and then she went to Parsons to study illustration. Yeah, and so just growing up, I always had her paintings around me and her drawings. And we both kind of had like a knack for it. A lot of her paintings were just all over the house and her little crafts, like little like wire mesh sculptures. And she was always just like sort of fiddling around with stuff. And seeing her do that kind of encouraged me to do it also. So we'd work on a bunch of little projects together. Yeah, there's a bit more to the story though. My sister, she got cancer and she fought it for a couple of years, but ended up, she lost her life when she was 25. And it was a really difficult time, obviously, for the whole family. And not too long after, both my parents moved to Korea. So I moved into Bed-Stuy and built a studio in my apartment with the help of all my family's tools. Because of all that, I had like come to inherit a lot of tools and art supplies that really just like carved the possibility of like me trying to do art, almost like encouraged it. A lot of things that I continue to use on a daily basis are stuff that my family had used in the past. I think after all the stuff that we went through, like the passing of my sister and like just the general grievances of all that, I think we've all kind of just come to terms with like you live once and you got to be happy. You got to do what you want to do. At this point in my life, I understand that if I'm not making art, I'll be like pretty miserable. So I'm gonna continue to do it. And I don't know, we still fundamentally have like really different values, but I think they're like, they just want me to be happy now. Yeah, I think they're mostly just confused, but they want me to be happy. Yeah. A lot of my downtime goes to my interest in music. Playing in a band called Conch with some really great, talented buddies. Didn't quite realize how much of an investment of time it would be to be in a band, but it's worth every moment. Yeah, you know, it's funny, we've had this conversation before, like if we should provide lighting for our shows and what would it look like. I don't know, I think it'd have to be something kind of like ethereal. I just had the idea of like completely shrouding the band in like fog so that the focus is not on us. Since we want it to be like a spatial thing, then if we take the focus off of us, it'll kind of become about them and the space around them. And it'd be, I don't know, I think it'd be really cool if like they can just feel out the whole concert, but not have to face in a particular direction. Maybe they can look at each other, or like in a circle or something. I don't know. I think that'd be cool. You're playing music with people, you're always introduced to these other ideas, and you're in a space when you're called to collaborate. And there's this constant sense of like discovery and excitement because I'm responding to other people and the things that they're making, which helps me like in real time. But music all happens in the moment that you think of it, you know? It's a very immediate sort of thing. So it kind of like trains you to work in an improvisational way, which helps a lot with the art also. I'm really glad that I have both in my life because they help me, they complement each other. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I'd like to thank for helping me in my journey. First would be my sister and my parents, my bandmates, Will and Haruki, who've become really, really important parts of my life recently. My roommate, Jun, and my other close friend, James, who we've all just grown up together, and Lou, my other half. I guess I would tell myself that you're pretty good at stuff, and just like believe it when other people tell you that you're doing okay. It's okay to be confident.